welcome to my channel, guys. Today I am building a flower shop. I got the idea from my friend who also does YouTube videos, and he recently built one, and he lives in another country than I do, so his take on it was a bit different to mine. When I think of like a flower shop, I think of like a flower nursery or a garden centre, and I'm from England, so in this country they're usually like, they're usually outdoors, and like they have sort of little indoor areas where they sell a lot of knickknacks and flowers and plants and all that kind of stuff. So I am in Magnolia Promenade, and the little building that you see there is the shop with the till and stuff in it, and then everything else for sale is pretty much outside. So what I wanted to do was put a bunch of make it really vibrant and floral and everything. So I put a bunch of flowers around. Right now I'm just putting in some paths, sorts of lots of twisty winding paths everywhere, and I'm putting around a bunch of like mud and stuff, because all the garden centres that I've ever been to are not like perfectly polished like concrete paths everywhere or anything like that, or perfectly polished flower beds. They're all sort of everywhere, all sort of jumbled together, and there's mud and dirt, and I really wanted to sort of try and bring that feel into the game, but I think I did a good job. I really like how it turned out in the end. So right now I'm just creating another little entrance on the side there, and I'm just adding in a bunch of different flowers and plants at the moment. I thought I'd put in that little llama there, and I'm adding a few little flower pots. I don't put anything in the flower pots. I just thought, obviously as this is a retail lot, you can set anything you want for sale, so I thought you could set those for sale. And the same with the fountains. I put in there's like 4 fountains, I think, 3 or 4 fountains, and obviously you can set those for sale as well, because there's all sorts of little running water things all over garden centres, or all the ones that I've ever been to anyway. So just adding in a bunch of different plants and shrubs and flowers everywhere. At the front there's not as much stuff for sale. It's more of the flowers. I mean, I don't know if you can set the plants for sale. I mean, I guess you can if you can sell anything. So I mean, I guess you could put all these sort of flowers and rocks for sale if you wanted to. But when I thought of the idea to do a flower shop, or not, saw the idea, I thought of it more as the potted plants that you get in buy mode. So they're all at the back of the shop, all for sale. But I mean, yeah, I guess you could put the plants at the front for sale, and all these sort of bushes and everything. So it's entirely up to you, I guess, if you'd like to download it when you do that. And at the back there is a little sort of toilet shack thing, a little building, just generally because I didn't have enough room in the main building, and I wanted it to be kind of separate, because like I said, all the flower shops or garden centres that I've ever been to, it's all sort of buildings here, there, it's all sort of higgledy-piggledy everywhere, so I really wanted to try and bring that feel. So over here I said, obviously this is the side of the shop, so there's no entrance on this side, but so I thought I'd create sort of like a little feature area with the windows, and I put in one of those little sort of balcony, fake balcony things, and some window flower pot things. I don't actually know what they're called, but I did them in a couple different colours, and then that way you can set those for sale as well. And now I'm just adding the roof on here, and I use those little those little things on the side of the building there that hold up the roof. I mean, obviously the roof floats anyway, but I just thought they were nice details, because obviously this is not a modern build, so I wanted to add as much detail to it as possible. So I'm just throwing on some roof trim now, and then I think I picked the roof colours after that, and then I think I get around to painting the building, but I don't think that's until a bit later. When I build, I'm kind of all over the show. I don't do anything particularly in order. I think we jump in and out of the build as well, and all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, the front's coming together with the flowers and the fountains, but loads more stuff to go in yet, especially at the back. I was trying a sort of a tin roof effect to give it that kind of sort of warehouse or shack kind of look, but I didn't like it, so I decided to go for a proper roof with tiles and everything. Just adding another window here. It was really weird. I put in this fence that's a lighter wood, and then the pillars sort of matched it, or the columns, but they were actually yellow, but it kind of went, so I went with it. And then I did a greenish kind of front door, but the roof trim I just couldn't find the right colours, and then so when I did the other little windows as well, I just did those with the green trim. So it's all sort of mismatchy, but still kind of matches in a way. So I kind of like that. Just adding in some more trees here, trying to fill up the space a bit. And then I did a nice little sort of centre, another little fountain here with these fish. I just moved them in by holding down Alt so that I could fine tune it more, and then I made all these little fish all different colours, because obviously if you were to go to a somewhere to buy it, you might not want it in the default colour, so they sell like 2 or 3 of each item in different colours. So here I am starting with the actual plants that I thought you could actually set for sale. Just adding in a few different ones in different colours, sort of lining the paths as you sort of walk around, you know, you see things for sale and all that kind of stuff, and walking in and out of all the winding paths and see all the different things. So I'm just adding all the plants in at the moment, and then I think of like some shelving, and I add a fence up the back there just because the shelves that I wanted, these sort of industrial kind of outdoorsy looking ones, I thought they could, I know it doesn't rain in The Sims, but I thought if it did, it looked like those would weather quite well. So I added a fence at the back because those shelves are a little taller, and then I'm just adding a bunch of different plants on those shelves, and I decided to add in a little bench to sit on. You know, there's no food or anything to eat here, but obviously the employee section does have a vending machine, so if the employees might want to sit outside. I mean, I don't think you'd need a lot of employees in this particular build, because it's quite, there's only sort of a one type of object that we're selling, and that's pretty much sort of outdoor items. So, but there are quite a few things to set for sale, so I mean, I guess you could have a few employees to ring people up. So again, I'm just adding more plants and stuff. I just added those sort of those plant boxes that you put under windows. I used the Move Objects cheat to put those on top of the shelves just to make it look more green and full and all that kind of stuff. And then I found these little tree stumps from Outdoor Retreat, and I realised that you could actually put some of the small plants on top of them, so I added those around because I thought it was a really nice touch. And then I add these little square plants to it here, and then I made these all different colours. Now they were the only plant that I could actually fit on there, like multiples of, so all the little tree stumps have those. And then I thought of adding outdoor seating or outdoor eating area, you know, because most places like this sell sort of outdoor tables, so I squeezed those in the corner there. I did use the Move Objects cheat, so if you do download this house, be careful, or not house, build, be careful, because some of the things might get deleted because they do intersect slightly, but most of the plants and stuff should be fine. Here I was doing this, and that's me just turning off the Move Objects cheat so that things didn't get deleted, and then I'm rearranging them so that they don't overlap, and just recoloring some of those plants and stuff. So all that kind of thing you can set for sale. And now I'm doing some outdoor lighting because I thought, you know, I mean, you can go anywhere at night, so if you wanted to come and shop here at night you could, but you wouldn't be able to see any of the items because everything's outside. So I'm throwing in some lighting, and then I am going to go on to the wallpaper of the building. I went for some siding or some panelling. It's green and it's got the white edging, and I really like how that looks. And then I wanted to just add a few more little sort of windy paths, so I just do 2 little paths there that sort of wind around each other, and I just like how that looks. Kind of like a maze, I guess, but like I said, I was just taking it from my experience, and my experience when I've been to any of these places, they're all kind of like this, so I really wanted to recreate something. I really wanted to use this shelf because I thought, oh, you could probably put loads of plants on here, but it really didn't work at all. It wouldn't let me put any of the plants on, and I didn't want to use the Move Objects cheat to move them up because then it might not place properly when downloaded, so I just, you know, got rid of that idea and thought I'd do something else. So I'm just painting the inside, putting the flooring on. I used some concrete tiles there and the same panelling from outside, and I've got the little till area there. And then I realised that I don't have an employee area, which I thought was fine, but then I thought if you're going to be here all day you need to eat or something like that, so I added a basement on quickly, threw in a little staircase at the back there, and then just moved everything sort of forward one, but it all turned out fine, so I was quite happy with that, because I only realised at the end after I'd done everything, and I was like, oh damn, I don't want to, you know, wreck everything. So I managed to squeeze one in there, which I was really happy about, so I just put in a little door there. And then I wanted to add a few little knickknacks inside, So I'm just adding some shelving and stuff, a little sale sign over there. I added in these crates, which I thought was a nice touch, you know, like some new stuff had just been brought in and it's just been left there. And then I added in some like vases and stuff, and little sort of antique-y knick-knack items that you see in like garden centres and flower nurseries and stuff. So adding all that kind of stuff in. Unfortunately, a lot of these sort of display shelves were quite modern, but I just turned them all to white in the end, like white wood with a white top, and I'm doing that now, and I think that looks fine. So, and then I added some little candles and like a little tea set as well. And then I threw in, oh yeah, I just put that little milk jug thing over there as well. And then I put these sort of little scales on top of those crates because it just would not let me place those damn scales anywhere. So I just used the Move Objects cheat to put them on top of that because I thought it looked really cool. So throwing in a little mirror there, and then I'm just dotting some little paintings and stuff around. Now I actually moved the chalkboard behind the cash register onto the side of the wall, and then I put in a flower, some sunflowers behind there, because I do actually call this build sunflower nursery, so I thought that was appropriate. And then I'm throwing in an old-fashioned kind of rug, because again you see a lot of those kind of things when you go to these places, so I thought that worked really well. And then I did put in a fridge in here originally, but then I thought you don't really see fridges in your, you know, in your staff room. Well, I mean, I don't. So I thought a vending machine would be a much better idea. And then obviously I put in a sink to clean up, and I thought I'd put in a little TV area down here as well. Plus that way when you're on the lot with your Sims, you know, if their fun is really low or anything, it's like a nightmare because they just won't do anything. So a TV is a really good way to up fun. So I thought that would be a good idea. This does actually change a little bit in a second. Here I go, I'm just moving around to create more space because I thought I don't have a table for anyone to sit and eat at, so I moved that around and put in a little sort of outdoorsy table, trying to keep with that theme. I've got the industrial counters and that sort of old-fashioned TV table there. But yeah, I really like how it turned out in the end. And then after this we will move on to furnishing the little bathrooms out the back. And then also here I just put in sort of like a little feature wall to summarise like what we sell here. So it's got like tree and some little clouds, you know, very naturey, very flowery, that kind of stuff. I thought that'd be a nice touch. So and then over here we are just flicking in some windows to these little out bathrooms. I throw in some tile and then I add in the same panelling that's already on there. And then I add these outdoor lights in on the inside and just some basic bathroom stuff. So thank you for watching.